a highway robbery. So.
They made the decision. I don't know why. But that's their decision, so I can't do nothing about it.
The Dallas Mavericks just made another huge trade. This is in addition to the crazy Luka Doncic trade that they made on Saturday night, as they just agreed to trade Kyrie Irving to the Los Angeles Clippers for Ivica Zubac. Okay, I'm kidding. They didn't do that, but would you have been shocked at this point? But I'm not gonna lie, fans don't like this trade very much, so we're gonna break everything down and also provide you an update as Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic have just recently arrived to their new team. So before we get to the content, if you want the latest NBA news, make sure you drop, like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications. And now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro. Ever since I've gotten this sponsorship, I've been trying to figure out a way to game the system so I can earn my subscribers money, and I finally did it this past week. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you all the messages I've been receiving over the past few days as a result of all the people making money with my picks. I have a model that has exponentially increased our hit rate, and if you don't believe me, just look at my DMs. I mean, people have been blowing up my DMs with all the money they've been making. We made thousands of dollars on Prize Picks this past week, and they're giving us one more free square for the Super Bowl. All Patrick Mahomes needs is one passing yard. I'm gonna post my play on my Instagram story at TheFlightMike or Snapchat, FlightMike Snap, once the game gets closer. But use my promo code microphone when you sign up for Prize Picks to get $50 when you make a play of $5 or more. And let's make some money off of this big game. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Since the last time we made a video on the Luka Doncic Anthony Davis trade, we found out some pretty crazy details. The number one question I had in my follow-up video is the fact that Luka Doncic could have been traded for literally anyone in the NBA except for Victor Wembanyama and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He was considered to be untouchable, and a lot of fans, myself included, considered him to be a future face of the NBA. We're talking about a guy that averages a near 30-point triple-double and still has yet to hit his prime. So how is it that Luka Doncic was just traded for Anthony Davis, who is without a doubt a top 10 player in the NBA that's as injury prone as him, who's significantly older than him, Max Christie, and a first round pick? Well, what I'm about to show you doesn't make Nico Harrison look any better.
That there were two firsts and there was Dalton Connect, and the deal got whittled down because I think Rob Pelinka was able to convince the Dallas Mavericks that Luka is a lot of risk. Dallas started it, dude. This fell in Rob Pelinka's lap.
So pretty much Rob Pelinka finessed Nico Harrison, saying,
hey, Luka Doncic is out of shape, so we're taking on a lot of risk here. Plus, Luka Doncic might not re-sign with us, so we're only going to give you AD, a first-round pick, and Max Christie.
Which is just insane. I really think a fair trade offer would have included Austin Reeves and multiple first-round picks, but props to Rob Pelinka. And probably the most dastardly part of all is when Rob Pelinka literally thanked Nico Harrison for this trade.
The second person I want to thank is anytime there's a trade or a transaction, there has to be a partner. And I want to thank the Dallas Mavericks, led by their GM, Nico Harrison, who was also very instrumental in bringing this opportunity to us and then staying true to the negotiations throughout, where it could be culminated with the trade being finalized and Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris becoming members of our team. It's a gift. We're talking about a 25-year-old that is top 3 player in the universe. I can't think of a more amazing starting point to build a roster for the next decade.
I mean, even Josh Hart says that Rob Pelinka finessed here.
I think everybody was in awe, shocked. You know, you gotta give credit to Rob Pelinka, man. He's a highway robbery. So, you know, good for them. You know, it's always good, you know, with someone like me when I get traded for like a superstar. So kind of got traded for Luka. So great vibes.
Now, as you guys know, the main reason the Mavericks traded Luka was because of his weight. Luka's father is furious about this betrayal.
Ker mislim, da se Luka apsolutno tega ni zaslužil, glede na to, da je, saj jaz vem, zelo veliko žrtvoval se in tradal si ga, stoj za svojim tradom, ne pa iskati svojih izgovorov ali pa alibijev. In to je to.
And well, today, Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic finally arrived for their respective teams. And this introductory presser just made the Mavericks look even worse. I mean, Luka opened up by saying he doesn't know why the Mavericks made this trade.
Well, I mean, that's their decision, so I have no comment on that. They made the decision. I don't know why. But that's their decision, so I can't do nothing about it.
He said that he would sign the Supermax.
Might not agree to the Supermax extension. Did you or anyone on your inner circle indicate that that might be the case?
Absolutely not.
Go. LeBron and Luka are not set contractual. Luka has 1 year left on his contract, and we all assumed that now he's traded to the Lakers. He has 1 year left, and they don't get the Supermax privilege. They can't give him that $350 million. They can offer him $100 million less. It's not a guarantee for sure that Luka's going to rip off a 5-year deal in July. He may want to see how things play out. He may take a shorter deal.
But at the same time, he said he felt like he was destined to become a Los Angeles Laker someday.
I'm just excited, to be here to start this new journey. And obviously, at some point I knew this was going to happen, but I would say I always take the high road. I had amazing moments in Dallas with all my teammates, coaches, and the most importantly, the fans. They always supported me. It was an amazing journey.
Markieff Morris took some time to dispel all rumors and all notions of Luka Doncic being toxic behind the scenes.
He's a great guy, man. Super low maintenance, don't need much. One of the only guys that I've been on the team with that will play through any injury if he can get on the court. I hear stuff about him not being in shape, but if you can go in an NBA game and get 30, 15, and 10 like it's nothing, then I don't really know what shape is. I'm confused at that part, but yeah, and you'll see it really soon. You'll make the suggestion if he's in shape or not.
Whereas there was a question about what LeBron James's future is going to be. On one hand, he's 40 years old. On the other hand, he just won Player of the Week, primarily because of his performance versus the New York Knicks. And now when your team trades for the future face of the NBA, despite you being 40 years old, this could without a doubt extend LeBron James's career. And this is coming to us from Dave McMenamin.
There's a chance that he will renegotiate a new deal, and this Luka Doncic addition could extend LeBron James's career.
Now, this could be significant considering the fact that LeBron was very willing to take a pay cut this past offseason just so the Lakers could pursue free agents like James Harden and Klay Thompson. He currently has a 1+1 year deal, so if he's willing to take those pay cuts and the Lakers have Luka Doncic, then the future looks incredible for the Los Angeles Lakers. Maybe not immediately this year, but down the line it looks really good. The last update I want to give you from the Lakers side of things is the fact that Rob Pelinka doesn't believe that the Lakers will be able to trade for a center. We know that the Lakers are currently targeting Steven Adams. They've had talks with Houston, who's on an expiring deal. The two sides are significantly apart. Now, in the meantime, things aren't going too badly for the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, Anthony Davis gave us his reaction on the trade.
I was shocked.
Everyone else?
Like I said, I didn't know. I was actually at home about to watch a movie with my wife and got the phone call. So I had no idea. I just sent, I'm kind of over it and just kind of, get ready to play with Dallas.
But ultimately, we found out that Anthony Davis always wanted to team up with Kyrie Irving. It's something that they spoke about as early as 2018, which makes a lot of sense because there was a point where Anthony Davis was being linked to the Boston Celtics before he got traded to the Lakers. According to The Athletic, him and Kyrie talked about this in 2018 when he asked for a trade from New Orleans. He was in Boston at the time, and he ended up leaving and going to Brooklyn. But we have wanted to play alongside each other for a very long time, and now we have the opportunity to do so. If you just take a look at the Mavericks players' overall vibe, it seems like everyone's having a good time. I mean, Kyrie Irving is smiling, Anthony Davis is launching half-court shots, Daniel Gafford is dancing. I mean, it seems like the vibes for the Dallas Mavericks are overall going relatively well, and it looks like the Mavericks players aren't as upset as Mavericks fans are, although they're obviously very shocked that this trade took place. Now, following this trade, I was speculating that the Los Angeles Lakers were about to make another trade, primarily for a center because they have way too... What's wrong? You don't agree? Primarily because they have way too many ball handlers on their team. So I speculated that Austin Reeves could eventually get traded, but believe it or not, it was the Dallas Mavericks that made another trade really quickly, and to be honest, fans aren't excited about this trade either. So according to Shams Charania, Dallas is sending Quentin Grimes and Philadelphia's 2025 second round pick back to the 76ers for Caleb Martin. So you might be wondering how pissed off Maverick fans fans are? Well, this one particular Maverick fan tweeted this: start, bench, cut, which is just a wild thing to post. I mean, this is another fan's reaction. We traded Grimes, and fans cannot make sense of this trade for the life of them. I mean, if you just take a look at their statistics, Quentin Grimes is not only 5 years younger than Caleb Martin, but is averaging more points per game and is shooting better from 3 than Caleb Martin is. So I don't understand why they attached a draft pick to this either. And honestly, he's looked really good for the Dallas Mavericks this year. It's just insane because if you go back to that clip that I was showing you, Quentin Grimes was seen dancing in this video, and then Nico Harrison traded him. And it's like Maverick fans can't defend this guy anymore. What he's doing just really doesn't make sense anymore. The craziest part of all is the Dallas Mavericks are playing the Philadelphia 76ers tonight. I mean, the court that they're dancing on is the 76ers home court. So I really wonder if you're going to see Quentin Grimes and Caleb Martin suit up for their new teams. Probably not. But I wonder if Nico Harrison was just sitting down and Daryl Morey got a little jealous of not having an opportunity to swindle this man. And as they were sitting next to each other, he went up to Nico Harrison and said,
"Hey, how about Quentin Grimes? You want Caleb Martin for him? Quentin Grimes might be injury prone and he might be out of shape, so you should give us a second round pick."
At the end of the day, there's a reason why Nico Harrison said this.
I think the long term is the time frame. I think he fits our time frame. If you pair him with Kyrie and the rest of the guys, he fits right along with our time frame to win now and win in the future. And the future to me is 3-4 years from now. The future 10 years from now, I don't know. I don't think they probably bury me and Jay by then, or we bury ourselves.
Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, I gotta give credit where credit's due. Nico Harrison's a brave man for admitting that Rob Pelinka thought he was trolling. The Mavericks owner laughed at him when he brought the original trade up. Luka didn't want up and didn't indicate that he wouldn't re-sign. And he doesn't care about 10 years from now because he's not gonna be around. But that doesn't mean you need to continue making terrible trades. Now let's get to analyzing the trade that you guys came here for. The Philadelphia 76ers pretty much get a backup guard for Tyrese Maxey, which is significant because Jared McCain is out for the rest of the season. They also get a backup guard that's 24 years old. It's a home run for them. Whereas the Dallas Mavericks get Luka Doncic's replacement? I mean, Caleb Martin plays small forward, I guess? I mean, the only way you could rationalize this is the fact that Caleb Martin is on a 4-year, $35 million deal, and Quentin Grimes is going to hit restricted free agency this offseason, so maybe the Mavericks didn't have any faith in being able to retain Quentin Grimes, but honestly, I'm having a lot of trouble rationalizing this. If you missed our videos on Luka Doncic getting traded and De'Aaron Fox getting traded, I'll leave that in the end screen for you guys to check out. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.